In a previous article, we covered how many company Johan Rupert's Remgro actually has investments in or shares in. And in this article now, we cover how much money was actually made in the last financial year. And if you look at the increase in growth, you will understand that these companies have a very good idea of where the world is going, where it's headed, how decisions will be made, because they are profiting big time from what has happened to us over the past year and a half. And this is from my broadband. And the headline for this article is how much money Johan Rupert's Remgro makes from each of the companies it owns. And you need to take notice of which companies are owned by Remgro and understand what level of investment they have made in these companies and how that has influenced their growth and how those companies have benefited from the pandemic over the past year and a half. Remgro released its financial results for the year in 30th of June 2021, which showed headline earnings increase by 66.1% from 1.737 billion to 2.885 billion over the last year. That's 66.1% growth in a pandemic. This tells you a lot. This increase is mainly due to the recovery of most of Remgro's underlying investee companies, notably RCL Foods, Distel, Total Energies, and RMI. Commenting on the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, Remgro said it continues to adapt to the changing markets as it has successfully done over its 73-year history and mainly control of the country. But let's continue. To fully understand this statement, one has to go back to the 1940s when Remgro chairman Johan Rupert's father Anton Rupert established the tobacco company Voorbrand. Voorbrand was a forerunner of Rembrandt, a South African cigarette and tobacco company that entered the market in 1948. Does that date sound familiar to you? Rembrandt was listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange in 1956. And since the 1970s, the company rapidly expanded its interests. In the 1970s is when the plans were made for the future of this country, how it would roll out to this very day. The company diversified from tobacco and alcohol, the addictions, through investment in banking, financial services, mining, printing and packaging, medical services, engineering and food. In 2000, Rembrandt was restructured to form Remgro and Venfin. Remgro represented Rembrandt's established tobacco, financial services, mining and industrial interests. Venfin in turn housed the telecommunication and technology interests. And I will soon do a video on that specifically because this is very important to understand. Today, Remgro has interest in numerous South African companies in banking, financial, healthcare, freight, food, entertainment and telecommunications. With a market cap of 68 billion rand, Remgro is one of South Africa's most valuable companies. Johan Rupert continues to serve as chairman of the company. How Remgro makes its money, and if you actually go and click on the link to this article in the description below this video as well as in the first comment, you will be able to get access to how Remgro has made money. Look at the companies involved and then you will see through RMI Holdings 898 million rand was made in profits, which includes Discovery, Outsurance, RMI, Hastings, Intersect, Luno, Prodigy, Guidepost, Hastings, Sampo Group. So there's many companies involved there, and you will also see the timeline of when they actually invested in these companies. Okay, then Mediclinic made 674 million. This is ER24, Intercare, MHR, and Medical Innovations. So they know where the money will be made in the future. RCL Foods, 759 million. And there you can go and look at the list of different brands that are well known and famous that they've invested in. And we all support these brands in our day-to-day life without knowing who we are enriching and understanding why. Distel, 538 million. Sikalo Foods, 405 million. That is Flora, Stork and Rama. Business Partners actually 23 million. And then with CIVH, they had a 435 million rand loss. And you can actually go and look at that. That is their largest loss. With Grindrod, they had a 16 million rand profit. CCOM, a 26 million rand profit. Now, their shares in CCOM is extremely important to understand. And then other infrastructure and investments, 17 million rand. Air products, okay, this is air in tanks. 322 million rands out of air. Think about that. Then Total Energies 366 million rand. We spec out 264 million rand. And then other industrial investments 62 million rand. KTH 182 million rand loss. So they've had their losses. Other diversified investment vehicles 78 million rand losses. Then E-Media Investments 43 million rand. That's E-Media Holdings. Other media investments 10 million rand profit. First Rand 191 million rand. And other portfolio investments 56 million rand. Social impact investments a 66 million rand loss. Now when you actually look at that, there would have been a lot of investment there at this stage for profits to come later. And like I said, the other video that I will make on what is actually advancing at this stage versus what is not will make clear why these investments are made this way. So please go and look at this article. Go and see all the companies involved so that you can understand that Johan Rupert knew exactly what was going to go down, and he knew exactly when it was going to go down, that many of these things have been planned many years ago, and that his family was instrumental in making it happen. And this is why he has dictated to our government, to our president on numerous occasions. And he has said before, I can make 3 phone calls and collapse the rand. This is the kind of power one man has. How is this possible? Are we going to allow this to continue? And I don't care how much money he has made. It's the influence that he has in our political system that is the problem. CR17 campaign. Say no more. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please join as a channel member if you want more information and watch the more than 30 videos that have been made available there. And thank you to everyone that has joined this channel community. I really appreciate all your comments and your input and the sharing of the videos. Thank you very much. Till the next video.